Today was the first day of Ripple's Swell event, and we already have some massive announcements going heavily under the radar. In this video, I want to break down the most important things you need to know about the first day of Swell, because I think we are once again finding out there are some massive things going on behind the scenes at Ripple that the public really doesn't know about. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. Thank you to everyone who takes the time to like these videos and subscribe to the channel. These two simple things really do help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange up poll down in the description of this video. With that said, though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the content. So I want to start this video out with a quick PSA because this is super important. Guys, later on tonight, I'm actually going to be live streaming John Deaton's debate against Elizabeth Warren. This is something I am extremely excited about, and on the record, I have said multiple times now, this to me seems like a massive mistake by Elizabeth Warren to accept this debate. I have no idea why she would do this. She already essentially had this election in the bag. Now she's debating John Deaton, and she's just going to show the entire state of Massachusetts how incompetent she is in comparison to someone like John Deaton. This is probably the biggest thing we could have gotten for John Deaton, because I don't think any sane human could watch these two people on stage and come away with it thinking that John Deaton is the better choice. So this is extremely exciting. I cannot wait to live stream this debate later today. It looks like it's going to be taking place at around 8 to 8:30 Eastern tonight. So guys, make sure to stop by for that. I would love to see you there. This is a massive moment for John Deaton, and we need to make sure we are supporting the most pro-crypto person running for government today, especially when it's against the most anti-crypto person in our government. As someone from the Northeast, I totally understand that while Elizabeth Warren is big and powerful, she is not well liked. People do not like her. Even liberal people do not like her. So if there is anyone who has a chance of making this happen, it is John Deaton. And I really hope to see you guys all in the stream later tonight to support John Deaton and watch him eviscerate her in front of her own people. Guys, I think this is going to be a big moment for Deaton. And like I said before, I think any person who watches this debate and comes out voting for Elizabeth Warren, well, I think that person probably needs a sanity check rather than the right to vote. Let's keep moving though, and I want to start talking about some of these Ripple Swell announcements that have me extremely excited, and most of them are actually about RLUSD. Now, we actually don't have an announcement date yet for RLUSD, and that's because we are still waiting for the New York Financial Services Department to approve Ripple issuing the stablecoin. But one of the things we learned earlier today from Ripple is their vision for RLUSD. And I am actually a massive supporter of this vision and why they think RLUSD is going to be unique and differentiated in the market. What we know is we already have stablecoins in the cryptocurrency market. So the big question is what is going to make RLUSD different? And the thing that Ripple is pushing that I believe is genius to make RLUSD different from the rest of the stablecoins in the market is compliance. Ripple is focusing heavily on compliance for RLUSD. And I think this is going to be extremely important because Ripple obviously is a large contributor to the XRP ledger and can add features to the XRP ledger to make RLUSD the most compliant stablecoin on the market. Things like clawbacks, things like DID. These are things that other chains are going to have an extremely hard time implementing because most of those chains don't have their own native stablecoin, especially not with a company like Ripple, who is helping to promote activity and functionality on the underlying chain to make that stablecoin more useful to large institutions. What I think we are going to see is RLUSD is going to be the easiest choice for any institution to adopt if they do need a stablecoin. Because when you compound compliance with the fact that Ripple is building simple, easy to use centralized software to allow these institutions to easily adopt a stablecoin solution, also working with these institutions with things like custody to allow them to hold this stablecoin in a secure way, and then adding on top of that the speed and efficiency of the XRP ledger, you are starting to finally see an all-encompassing solution for institutions to step into the cryptocurrency industry and adopt these products for institutional capabilities. Now, on top of all of that, this is going to lead to more adoption of XRP. Because like I said, these institutions are not going to stop at just a stablecoin. Soon, Ripple will be able to offer institutional DeFi for the stablecoin. Ripple will be able to offer payments using XRP and their ODL product. This is the beginning of building out an institutional crypto ecosystem. Stablecoins and custody are really the base layer of what brings institutions into crypto, but there's going to be so much more built out over the next couple years. This is the start of something massive, and what you need for something this big is a team to get it done. And one of my favorite things about Ripple, the company, is the people they put in place to get things done. Take a look at this team in charge of Ripple's new stablecoin RLUSD, because it is going to absolutely blow your mind. And in my eyes, this is one of the biggest announcements we got at Swell. The first person we have is actually Sheila Bair. Now, Sheila Bair is a former chair of the FDIC. This is extremely important because this goes to one of the most important regulatory bodies for banking in the entire world, or probably is the most important regulatory body for banking in the entire world. What we see is she is now going to be heading Ripple's stablecoin project. This is super important to understand because Ripple wants to build a tier 1 asset. Ripple wants to build a stablecoin that is synonymous with fiat money itself. And in order to do that, you need to have people who can get Ripple and the RLUSD stablecoin in the right room in order to really disrupt fiat money as we know it. This is putting this stablecoin in the highest tiers of the people in our financial system and in the institutions of our financial system. And being able to walk into a room with an institution that wants to adopt a stablecoin with someone who led the FDIC, that is extremely important and a massive value proposition and vote of confidence for this new stablecoin product being put out by Ripple. Now, if you thought that was good, guys, it does not stop there. There is actually more. Take a look at this because this is actually more exciting. The other person Ripple has leading this stablecoin project is someone by the name of David Poth. Now, David Poth, guys, is a heavy hitter. He worked at JP Morgan between 1988 and 2007, where he served a variety of global leadership roles, senior leadership roles. He was also a former member of the New York Federal Reserve, the Bank of England, and a former chair at the Bank of International Settlements. Guys, I don't know if it gets much bigger than this. This is once again Ripple finding top talent, finding the most important people, leading these major institutions all over the world to come work for them and launch a new product. This is absolutely amazing. And I can't believe how Ripple continues to do this time after time. It makes me think that Ripple must be telling these institutions something in these back rooms to land these kinds of people, because simply looking at what we look at today, guys, these people must know something to come over there. They simply would not risk their reputation. They would not risk everything they have built up at the BIS, at the Federal Reserve, at JP Morgan to go work for some pie-in-the-sky crypto startup. To me, it becomes more and more obvious every single time I see an announcement like this that Ripple is giving these people something in the back room that we are not seeing from the public to bring them on board and have them lead these new, extremely powerful projects. In my eyes, this is the perfect team to lead this project. These are the type of people who can get Ripple in the room with the most important institutions out there and give these institutions a vote of confidence that RLUSD is going to be, one, a transformational product, but two, a compliant product to transform their payment flows. This is a home run addition. This is absolutely huge. And in my eyes, one of the most important things we are going to get from Swell. Ripple is building a team that can make RLUSD the biggest stablecoin in the entire world. I say this all the time. Tech is important. Tech is critical. But unless you have a team to get that tech to the place it needs to be, it's never going to succeed. This is the team Ripple needed to put in place to get things done. Now, guys, before I finish this video, I want to share with you one last thing, because this is another thing that is going to go heavily under the radar. It took place at Ripple Swell, and I wanted to let you guys know about it. We found out that Mickle Arrington, one of the first big investors in the XRP Ledger ecosystem, a big VC behind the XRP Ledger, is actually now holding more XRP than he ever has before in the past. Now, guys, this is just one person doing this. Obviously, it's someone very close to Brad Garlinghouse. It's someone very close to Ripple and XRP. But I think it's super interesting to see that an OG like him is more confident in XRP than he ever has been in his entire history as an investor in this ecosystem. I think it goes to show that a lot of what we're seeing in the price right now is just noise. But the smartest people in the room understand that these things are going to get figured out. Ripple is working with the most important people in the world to build out a next generation financial system. And as you are seeing with their stablecoin product, they have people falling head over heels to run these products because they understand how important it is going to be to this new system being built. This is a complete change in the way we interact with money. This is a change in money itself. And these people who held these high up positions at all these different very important institutions are now saying, what is next? And it just so happens that they all seem to be going to Ripple. Guys, people like Mickle, Arrington know this. That's why they're holding more XRP than ever before. Ultimately, I think this just shows, despite the Ripple SEC case, things are moving forward behind the scenes. Ripple is still making deals. People are still falling over to go work for Ripple, the company. And once again, we see that Ripple is banging on all cylinders. And when this thing launches, when this thing really gets up and running, I think we are going to see one of the most successful stablecoins in the market we have ever seen, a unique value proposition that is perfectly suited for the most important banking institutions out there. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. And for now, Mickle out.